In this class we can study about presentation of data. Chapter 4, presentation of data. Okay, then we know data, what is data, we studied how we can organize data, that one we studied. Usually data collected and organized will be in a large quantity. Hence, they require a comprehensive form of presentation. We know data means, suppose if we are taking survey or census, we are collecting large number of data, then we need some organization. For that one we need some organization and we need some presentation methods. There are three forms of presenting data: textual or descriptive presentation, tabular presentation, and diagrammatic presentation. Then data can presented in different ways, like textual. Textual means descriptive presentation, then tabular presentation or graphical presentation. Okay, these are the methods, three methods. Okay, what is textual presentation? The data gathered and presented in a paragraph form. Data are written and read. Then it is a combination of text and figures. Okay, then textual presentation means data are written in text. Okay, like paragraph or sentence, like that it will describe. Okay, when the quantity of data is not too large, this method of data presentation is more suitable. Means we can write in a sentence and we can explain. Okay, it is combination of text and figures. Okay, that one is the textual presentation. Here you can see, of the 150 sample interviewed, the following complaints were noted: 27 for lack of books in the library, 25 for dirty playground, 20 for lack of laboratory, 17 for a not well maintained university building. This, like this, we can represent data in sentence form, in paragraph form. We can represent data. That one is the textual or descriptive presentation of data. Then another method is tabular presentation of data. In this method, data using with statistical table. Okay, a systematic organization of data in columns and rows. Okay, then in tabular presentation, data are presented in the forms of rows and columns. That one is the tabular form of presentation. Okay, then this data, this tabular data can present in different ways. Like this data we can classify into different types. Okay, which are the classification, we can go through that one. Then the most important advantage of tabulation is that organized data for further statistical treatment and decision making. Then we can use this data later also. Then before that we need to classify the data. How we can classify the data? First one is qualitative classification, second one quantitative classification, next one temporal and spatial classification. Okay, temporal classification we can call it as chronological classification. Okay, spatial classification is there, last one is spatial classification. Okay, then first we can go to what is qualitative classification. In qualitative classification, classification of data done on the basis of attributes such as social status, physical status, nationality, then region, like that some attributes will be there. That one we are calling as qualitative classification, like male, female, like that some attributes will be there. Here you can see the table, male, female, that one is a qualitative classification. Okay, literacy in India, by sex and location. In that one, male female ratio is there. That male female we are calling as qualitative classification, which are qualitative in that nature. That one is qualitative classification. Okay, then next one is quantitative classification. In quantitative classification, characteristics are measured under quantity. Okay, then in quantitative classification are measured under the quantitatively nature. Okay, in other words, these characteristics can be measured in quantity only. Age, how we can calculate? We can calculate in a number only. Okay, like 50, 51, 20, 21, 18, like that. Height, like 5.7, 2.3, 3.7, like that. Production, 12 billion, 10 billion, like that we can calculate. Income, 10,000, 20,000. These means this classification based on quantitative characteristic. That one is the quantitative classification. Classes are formed by assigning limits called class limits. Here you can see 20 to 30, number of respondents 3%, 0.55%. That one is the quantitative. Assembly election in Patna. Okay, then here age in years 20 to 30. That one we can classify in quantity only. Okay, that one is the quantitative classification. Okay, then here also you can see height, weight, these all things we can calculate in quantity. That one is quantitative. Quantity means in number. Okay, that one is quantitative calculation. Next one is temporal or chronological classification. Means in this classification, data are classified or categorized on the basis of time or year or months, or like that we will classify. Here you can see the years 1995, in chronological order 1996, 1998, 1999, 2000. Then in this table, classifying this table, we can see the sale and years. Okay, then we know this one is on the basis of year. Okay, then it is like temporal or chronological classification. We know census, how we are calculating census every 10 years, 1951, 61, 1971, like that. That one is in a chronological order. That one also temporal classification. Next one is spatial classification. In spatial classification, it is done on the basis of place. Place means like suppose different villages, different district or different countries, like that we can give. Here you can see USA, Germany, UK, European Union, Japan, Russia, like that. Depends on the country, different countries, different places, different villages, then we can call it as spatial classification. In spatial classification, it is based on the place. Okay, mainly place like villages, town, district, country. That one we are calling as spatial classification. Then these are the classification of data. Okay, means classification of data. Types of data are primary data and secondary data. This one is classification of data. Now we can study about tabulation and data, and tabulation of data and parts of a table. How we can present a data through tables. Okay, then for a table, we know table heading will be there. It consists of, table heading means it consists of number and title. Okay, steps will be there. Steps means classification or categories like male, female, like that. Classifications will be there. Then box head will be there, top of the column. Then body, main part of the table will be there. Footnotes will be there. Means a statement or not inserted. Okay, then source note, source of the statistics. These are the parts of a statistical table. Then this is the table heading, this is the box heading, this whole part is the body, these are the steps. Okay, then down we are writing the footnotes. Then this is a form of tabular presentation. Here you can see the table number here, table 5. Okay, that one is the table number. Here you can see the table title, like youth activities, that one is the table title. Then here column headings are there, these are the column headings. Then this is the row classifier, this whole part we are calling as body. And next one is last one. Here you can see some star, here you can see one star, and here they mention like monitoring the future, a study of the lifestyle. Okay, then this is the source note. Okay, this is the source note. These are the main parts of a table. Then table number will be there, table title will be there, column heading will be there, row classifier will be there, body will be there, source note will be there. Then here also you can see one table. In that one column heading is there, then cross in units is there. This is the body of the table, this is the steps, this area is the step. Then this is the source is there, last footnote will be there. These are the main parts of the table. Okay, then table have different parts. Okay, here you can see the table parts. First one is table number. It is assigned to a table for identification purpose. Okay, then first one is the table number. An appropriate table number should be assigned to a table for easy identification. Suppose later you need to check 5.4, here you can see the table number. Okay, then that time you can find out easily. 4.4 means fourth lesson, fourth table. Okay, like that it should be written on the top of the table. Okay, then next one is the title. Title explains about the contents of the table. Okay, it explains the nature of data. It usually appears at the top of the, here you can see the title. Okay, this is the title of this table. Okay, we can see in top of the table. Next one is captions or column headings. At the top of each column in a table, a column designation is given to explain figures in the column. This is the column heading. You can see this column heading. For explaining the details, we are mentioning this column heading. Okay, then next one is body of the table. We know what is body of the table. This full area we are calling as body of the table. The body of the table in the main components of the table which contains the numerical information. Body of the table is the main part. It contains the actual data. Here you can see this actual data, full data included in this body of the table. Okay, then location, any location or row, column, table, all these things including in this body of the table. Next one is unit of measurement. Unit of measurement, you can see here like unit in crores, like that we can mention unit of measurement in the figure. Okay, then we can understand, is it in crore or is it in million or billion, like that we can understand. Then next one is source. Source is a brief note indicating the source information presented in the table. Okay, in the table what are the brief means, here you can see the source means from this one we can understand Census of India, from where we got this information. Okay, then usually it is written at the bottom of the table. Okay, source is generally written at the bottom of the table. If more than one source is there, all the source are to be written in the source. Okay, then next one is note. Last we can see footnote. Okay, note is the last part of the table. It explains the specific features of the data content of the table which is not self-explanatory and has not been explained earlier. Okay, in footnote it is the last part of the table. It explains the features of the data and content of the table which cannot be understood by the reader from the title. Okay, then here we can see, suppose footnote, figures are rounded nearest crores. Okay, suppose if that person or that reader cannot understand, means from this footnote they can understand easily. Okay, then these are the main body of a table, or these are the tabulation of a data or parts of a table. Then these are the parts of a table. Parts of table is important. Then you can draw this one, and you can mark table number, title, column, heading. You can mark all these parts and you can explain each, like table number, title, head note. Then you can explain about the parts of the table.